been switching Solana to SUI. Again, if you're in Pro Macro, you'll know more about this, or in GMI, much more about this. But I've been switching over time, and that's been a phenomenal switch versus Solana. So we had that trade right. It has been astonishingly strong. It remains strong, and any opportunity, as soon as the market goes up, it goes up more than anything else. It's one of the benefits of a limited free float with a lot of attention and demand is it goes up more than anything else. And so I still think this is going to be one of the main dominant players.
The SUI Layer 1 chain has garnered significant attention lately, standing out as one of the top performers in the cryptocurrency market over the past 2 months. As one of the few altcoins to reach its all-time high, many enthusiasts have quickly labeled SUI as the next potential Layer 1 killer, positioning it to surpass Solana, a leading contender among Layer 1 blockchains behind Ethereum. However, this claim has faced scrutiny from industry experts. Despite the debates, it's clear that SUI has gained significant traction. Paul has praised SUI as a revolutionary, ultra-fast, and ultra-efficient complete Layer 1 blockchain ecosystem. He highlighted that SUI, developed from the remnants of Meta's Diem project, is designed to handle billions of users transitioning from Web 2.0 to Web 3.0 technologies. Paul's endorsement has sparked increased interest in SUI within the crypto community. According to Paul, 2025 could be the year when SUI surpasses Solana in popularity. Before we move on, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video to stay updated with the latest crypto news and events. Now, let's return to Paul's perspective on Solana and the broader cryptocurrency market.
You know, my base case is 250 worse, 500 plus in a blow-off top market. Who knows what we get, but 2017 feels like it's the best play so far, and I'll reassess the odds. Like, I'm not saying it's going to 500,000. I have a probabilistic framework. I think it's possible, but I don't think it's the most likely thing. So, you know, each time we've had these kind of transitions into the new government, we have this breakout, and that should continue higher. Don't see why this can't go 200,000 plus. I mean, it would look pretty basic on this chart, even if we have a law of diminishing returns in the Bitcoin cycle. So for me, it feels good. If I look at the global M2, which is another way of measuring liquidity, look, every time we get to election year, you have this tightening of liquidity. We had it in 2016, and then 17 it expanded. We saw it in 2020 and keeps going. Global liquidity is actually driven by the dollar. So it is going to be about the dollar, and things can change, and I could be wrong. So the dollar is the main thing. The dollar last time, it's been following the 2017 election cycle really well, 2016, 17, and it should say this last leg in the dollar, next few days and stuff, should be the end of the dollar rally, and then that will ease up global M2. We know the Chinese have to start stimulating, but they can't do it with the dollar so strong because they don't want to weaken their currency too much. So they need the US in the game. Everybody knows the game. They all understand the game.
Both SUI and Solana are making significant strides in the Layer 1 blockchain space, though they cater to different needs and audiences. Solana, already established as one of the largest crypto assets, has even sparked speculation about becoming the third exchange-traded fund, ETF, in the crypto world. On the other hand, SUI is a newcomer aiming to eclipse Solana by leveraging advanced features that appeal to both developers and investors. Some have even referred to SUI as a Solana killer, emphasizing its growing capabilities and strong development team. However, opinions remain divided. For example, while SUI holds the potential for mass retail adoption, there are concerns about worrying trends in demand that could hinder its growth. Some Reddit threads reflect skepticism, and more experienced developers view SUI from a different perspective. Tim Kosnowski, CEO of Chirp, made waves in the blockchain community when he chose SUI over Solana for Chirp's Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Network, DPIN, in mid-2023. Kosnowski cited frequent outages affecting Solana as a major wake-up call. Although still in its infancy compared to Solana, S's technology impressed him. He noted that Solana's struggles with scalability in the face of growing demand influenced his decision, even comparing SUI to Solana 2.0 and praising its robust, scalable infrastructure. He recommended S as the first choice for projects seeking long-term sustainability. Paul echoed Kosnowski's optimism, noting that SUI has demonstrated resilience in a largely stagnant market, suggesting that its upward trend should be closely monitored. However, S's technical advantages alone may not be enough to dethrone Solana. A 21 Shares report highlighted that while S experiences periodic spikes in activity, Solana's user base enjoys steady, consistent growth. Solana's expertise in managing increased user activity has been a key factor in its continued success. While S has experienced impressive growth at times, these increases have often plateaued or faded. In contrast, Solana has steadily expanded its ecosystem and user base, providing a more reliable experience for developers. Developers also have mixed feelings about both platforms. Kyle, a leading developer at BuildStuff, praised SUI for setting higher standards for developers, similar to how Solana initially set the bar for low fees and efficiency. However, he cautioned that S's developer-friendly features might not be enough to claim the title of Solana killer. Solana's ecosystem is more mature, and its overall user experience remains superior. Kyle stated that, ultimately, users care about the services and tools that make their lives easier, not the technology behind them. While SUI undeniably has strengths and could become a major player in the blockchain space, Solana's established ecosystem and solid user experience continue to give it an edge. As both blockchains evolve, it remains uncertain whether SUI will be able to overtake Solana's lead or whether Solana will maintain its position as the leading Layer 1 network. For now, the competition between these two players will continue to drive innovation in the cryptocurrency space. Paul also shared his optimistic outlook on Bitcoin's current position in the market, predicting further upside for the flagship cryptocurrency. He highlighted Bitcoin's central role in defining the financial future and its potential for exponential growth. Paul criticized the perception that Bitcoin is too expensive, attributing this to anchoring bias. Instead, he urged investors to focus on percentage returns rather than absolute prices. Bitcoin is really the anchor of the entire space, he said, envisioning its total market value reaching a staggering $100 trillion by 2034. Paul predicts that the current crypto cycle will peak later than expected, likely in late 2025 or early 2026, driven by global liquidity trends. He expects a violent rise in Bitcoin, with prices surpassing $250,000, drawing comparisons to the 2000 cycle. While he highlighted structural similarities between the current market and past cycles, he cautioned against trying to time the peak. Paul described Bitcoin ETFs as a Trojan horse that will unlock institutional adoption, further integrating Bitcoin with traditional finance. He also positioned Bitcoin as a hedge against the depreciation of fiat currencies, exacerbated by demographic trends and global debt cycles.